close-up? Here's a close-up.
You wouldn't happen to be the same lieutenant that had a drunk driving thing, were you?
Have a good night, sir.
So, would you not remember because you were drunk, or what?
From quick thinking to knowing their rights, these cases show how citizens can turn the tables on those who misuse their power. Especially this first case, where an auditor uncovers a situation of illegal land grabbing. This one has a lot of layers to it. July 19th, 2024, YouTuber Accountability for All, also known as Joshua, posted a video on his channel where he had discovered that public property was being taken over by residents and no one was doing anything about it. His debriefing describes the issue and his game plan to uncover it.
Here is a GIS survey showing the difference between private and public property. There's a lake here called St. Mary's Lake, and the rich people like to tell folks that it's a private lake. It's not, and as you can see here, there's red lines going around the lake. That's all public access and public property, showing that it is in fact a public lake. Now the white roads, those are all public roads. Now the property owners there will lie and tell people that it's a private lake. Even the real estate agents sell it as a private lake. It's not. What these real estate agents say is, you see all these houses? Private property. And you see everything going down up to the water? Private property. It's not. It's actually public property. And even the prosecutor of this county, one of the guys that's been really going after shots, he lives there. And how much would the property value go down if that went from a private beach to a public beach?
After explaining the whole situation, he arrives at one of the public roads leading up to the lake, where he is confronted by the nastiest Karen.
This is where we are. Right here, this line that goes down, public access. And now I guess they called the cops, and there's an insane looking Karen on her way, I think, to yell at James Freeman. What'd she say?
Says it on the GIS website.
This is all resolved with the township. You go ahead. You want a close-up? Here's a close-up.
Okay, thank you.
You already put it in? Justin's got it. No.
Oh man.
I know it's not. I don't understand now. What's your address, Chrissy?
Foul-mouthed Karen called the cops on Joshua and his friends, and when they reached the exit, they were surprised to see how crazy the Karen actually was.
Alright, so we're coming back out to the main road. Oh shoot, somebody's blocked the access.
Oh, this is the crazy lady, I think.
Did she block the public access? Has she got us boxed in here?
She does, yeah.
She has us detained? Held against our will?
I don't want to be here.
What?
What is this?
She's got us held against our will. Well, what do we do about that?
I don't know. What do we do about that?
I don't know. She's got us held against our will here now.
Hey, we were trying to pull out to the road there. Somebody's
Like access blocked.
Oh, are we kidnapped?
Are you holding us hostage here, ma'am?
Why do you have the public access blocked with your vehicle?
Oh, are we allowed to leave now?
Ultimately, the police arrive. But how would they take the side of the rich land grabbers or the innocent civilians who were just at a public lake?
I've got documentation to show you it's not.
Also, it's on the county website.
Right here, sir.
I understand.
Anybody can tell anybody.
I can just
we've got
share there.
that's-
So this is where we're at right here.
Yep.
The public access road. Everything in red is public.
I understand.
And
What
this
you're
is from the
saying.
county. We got from the,
Violation of Michigan MCL if you
Warehouse.
obstruct their access to a public waterway through a public roadway.
and we checked with the county too. So
You see the
This-
you see it now.
This is not going to be settled today, so I would ask that you wait for another day so that we can make sure that we're properly informed.
Is it under threat of arrest? That's
As-
all I'm asking. If you
as
threaten to
our-
arrest us if we put the boat in the water, we absolutely will not.
Okay. Well, you could be arrested for trespassing.
How is that? This is public property.
No, I don't know
I can
that.
take you and show you the public utilities.
I have it right here.
I understand this GIS map. That's
I can
not,
take you and show you the public utilities down here.
And there's a relay at the bottom.
We'll let you know. Okay. We're gonna look further into it.
So
I'll let you know.
rich people can kick you off public property. That's how it is in Calhoun County.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying the county says it's public. They give us this and make sure that we're in the right place. Now you're telling us that the county association person said that it's private. So when did they change it from like private to public? Because this was printed today.
I don't have any answer for you.
Okay.
Rich people win.
Lieutenant, when was this changed from private to public? Because as far as today is concerned, the county tells us this is public.
We'll have this hashed out. It's not going to happen today.
Okay, but if this is public property, hashing it out doesn't work.
Sir, I have one more question.
It's something that was just printed.
Yeah, but it is the official GIS. You can see it.
Correct.
From today.
GIS isn't.
It's from the county.
At least one cop was making out what the situation was, but either because of peer pressure or something else, he could not act against his supervisors.
Yeah, that flies back. If you're saying that we're not incorrect, and that doesn't mean necessarily that they're correct, right? We don't know at this point.
I don't know.
Then why do I have to leave and give up my rights?
We're just on the side of the people who have the most money.
I think we err on the side of the way it has been until we know we are correct to change it. So I hear what you're saying, and it sounds like we're saying we're siding with them. All we're saying is we're going to side with the way things have been until I know for certain I can tell them you are wrong.
And we seem to be the same one. This Karen right here is batshit crazy. Well, she came right up in my face, spit all over my face. So I was just speaking to Officer Wolf. If it turns out that we were accurate, Lieutenant Martins, then we're good to go. But then what about how we made whole? We're threatened with the penalties of arrest to leave a place that we never had to leave. Okay. Does that sound fair or righteous?
We'll figure it out.
That's not how justice works, though, right? That's what you.
I don't know, bud.
I mean, but you should.
I don't know, bud.
You should.
You have a good day.
Is this still private property?
No, this isn't private property to begin with. This certainly isn't.
Just kidding.
Do you officers see an MCL on this sign? Any one of you can read? You see an MCL on that sign anywhere? Cadet, do you care to know what the law is? Because that sign means nothing without an MCL.
Hey, that's interesting. They have the association bylaws on the screen. Not a one of them says that it's not publicly accessible.
What's that?
This cop car has the association bylaws on the screen, and not one of them says anything that lake access or any of that access is private.
So it even tells them on their computer that it's not private.
Look at it.
He's got it up. He pulled up the bylaws. He checked.
Lake Association bylaw enforcers?
Yeah, but besides
Look,
that, even their bylaws say
Look,
that
you can read. You can read through this.
So they're here to.
So they know.
Lake Association.
James, look.
Law over public property.
So basically, the cops knew that Joshua and his friends were not in the wrong, but it was a matter of ego now. God forbid these tyrants can take a loss and do the right thing for once. Joshua then finds out that the police had been keeping tabs on one of his friends, Justin.
Justin Shots driving slowly by John Jones. That's one.
Oh, Justin Shots
You have-
moving slowly by Joni Jones.
You have 24 linked events just from the past week.
Wow.
So they're just saying where you are when you're driving.
Stalking 24/7.
Read the screen yourself.
Wow.
Look at it. You can read it without having to zoom in. Justin Shots driving slowly by Joni Jones. So anyone in the community can see Justin. They can say, Justin Shots needs to let out the seam of his pants because he's swinging big.
So
by James Freeman.
So this police department is literally stalking your every move and putting notes in their system about where you are and where you're going at all times, how fast or slow you're going.
Well,
there.
I think that's from a citizen because there's no officer with that name on the.
That's from Joni Jones, the township supervisor.
Okay, so that's from a.
Oh, it's the township supervisor.
Well,
That's
she
a-
was disgraced and forced to resign.
All right, fellas, we'll see you at the meeting tonight.
Thanks for at least having a civil conversation.
Do my best.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man. That's not my last name. You wouldn't happen to be the same lieutenant that had a drunk driving thing, were you?
Have a good night, sir.
So, would you not remember because you were drunk or what?
These cops got an absolute teardown. After the incident, the police did in fact reach out to Joshua regarding the issue, and their answer was not what you'd normally expect.
Now we've been trespassed from a public property that they insisted was private, and they said they'd get back to us. Well, they did get back to us, and it turns out we were right. It was public all along. So they abused their authority under the color of law. And now we have an intent letter sent to Battle Creek and that homeowners association on the lake. But this court case won't just be interesting because we're going to take a ton of money from Battle Creek. It's going to be interesting because a federal judge is going to look at the case. And the very first step they're going to take is making sure the lake is actually public and the roads accessible to the lake are public before they can do anything else. And that federal judge is very quickly going to affirm what Battle Creek just recently has.
And with that, it looks like the war at Battle Creek will finally be over and justice prevails. Thanks to Joshua and his friends, this land grabbing issue was brought to light. And this shows just how important auditors are to our society. Surprisingly, this wasn't the last time a police officer was owned and humbled by an auditor.
Bro, listen, if you're scared for your job, get a different job, brother. If you scared, if you're that big of a sissy, get a different job, brother.
The First Amendment auditor, who goes by the name News Now, South Carolina, decided to audit the McDowell County Sheriff's Office's parking lot. But as we know very well, this wasn't going to be an audit without any problems.
Hello, how you doing? Hey, I work for a news media group. I'll be doing some coverage on the upkeep of the service cars out in the parking lot. Just want to come let y'all know that I'll be out there. Hello, how you doing? Hey, I work for a news media group. I'm self-employed. I'll be doing a cover story about the upkeep of the service cars out in the parking lot, the marked and unmarked cars. So I'll be in and out of both parking lots. Just want to come let y'all know that I'll be out there. Thank you. I'd rather not give it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're not going to give us a name and tell us what it's for.
Well, it's just personal publication. That's all. That's all it is.
But what is it concerning? I mean, what marked versus unmarked?
We can't reach your publication.
Well, once I release it, I'm sure it'll be viewable everywhere. I just haven't released the story yet, nor have I released the core of it yet. So I can't say much.
Concerning? I mean,
just public. Just that's it. Yeah, I mean,
I'm Captain Grindstaff.
Nice to meet you, partner.
Good to meet you.
Like I just explained to her, I've done nothing wrong. I'm just out here taking pictures, and I'll be on my way. She's asked me for my name. They've asked me for ID, and I've done nothing wrong. Okay. And the first thing you asked me was for my ID, and I've done nothing wrong.
Do you have warrants or anything?
Do you suspect me having a warrant?
I don't know. Well, I don't understand.
So who are all of you people here? Can I have name and badge numbers?
I'm Chief Deputy Nathan Mays.
Nathan Mays.
Go in here and sit down on top of
You're Andy. This is Jason. And who are you?
Smith.
Smith.
Yep. Why are you taking pictures of our cars?
Because
you're on our property.
They're public. This is public property. These are public service vehicles.
Why are you taking pictures of them?
Because
some of these are undercover cars.
But they're in
so
public
you know who
view.
comes to take pictures of undercover cars? Drug dealers.
Well, that's your perception.
Okay.
I can't judge you for your perception.
So
well, sir, this is public property, and if you ask me to leave public property, that is which is public. This is tax funded. This isn't paid for through some public. Some private organization.
ID on it?
I do not. I haven't committed a crime, so
What's
you don't
your
need
name?
I don't want to give it. I haven't committed a crime. And this isn't a stop and ID state. You have to be able to give me reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime, and you can't give me that.
Okay, well, we have undercover cars.
You need to leave.
Don't need to be.
You're asked to leave this property now, so you need to leave.
Can I ask you what your job title is here?
I'm captain.
You're captain.
Yeah.
So as captain, you don't know that you can't tell me to leave from a public space.
I can tell you to leave.
But this is public, and I can tell you. But this is public property, sir. This is public.
We don't need our vehicles.
Well, this isn't about what you need. This is about the Constitution telling me that I have the right to my First, Second, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment.
If you're done taking video, then you can tell us why you're taking video.
I'm gonna step this way because I don't like this officer behind me. I'm gonna step this way. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna stand this way so I can see him. That's all.
Well, I can see it.
But again,
you can tell us why you're videoing and
because the Constitution says I can. If you want to take that up, you go. Take that up before founding fathers of the country. Okay. The Constitution tells me I can do this, and it's unconstitutional for you to allow him to tell me that I have to leave this public space when this is public property. That is unconstitutional, and that is against your oath. That is against your oath.
Here we go. We're asking you to leave.
All I want you to do is honor your oath, sir. I'm not giving you my name. Just honor your oath. Officer, listen to me, okay? There's a gap between Americans, but there's
you to stand here and photograph our cars.
Y'all drive your cars and people can see them in public. What's the difference? If my eyes can see them, so can my camera. What's the difference?
The auditor sure schooled them on the law, but the captain grew more agitated with each passing second.
Y'all don't drive these cars Sir, I don't have to leave because I'm not telling you my name. Tell me the statute that says if you don't identify yourself to a police officer, you have to leave. But that's not a crime. That's not a felony nor misdemeanor. And you should know that. That's not a felony or a misdemeanor.
Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
I don't.
Do you mind if I check you?
Pat me down, please, sir. He's going to pat me down. Go ahead. There's no weapons on me.
You're going to be on our property.
That's fine.
Okay. Don't want to
give us your name. We feel it's here for our safety, so we're gonna make sure you don't have any weapons.
That's fine, sir. Please search all you need. I have nothing on me yet, other than my keys.
You don't have any weapons?
No, sir. You can check both legs. That's. I'm literally just here to take pictures and videos, but I just don't think it's fair.
Are you done? You've been here for a few minutes. Are you done taking your pictures
I'm not.
and videos?
I would have been done if I didn't get interrupted, but what I don't agree to is that there's some few high-ranking officers here who I respect their work from you guys, but to allow him to go against this oath and tell me that I have to leave a public space, that's unconstitutional. And there's already a gap between Americans and LEOs because of this type of stuff. And for you to allow him to tell me that he can make me leave public property, that's unconstitutional. So can you please correct this officer?
Now you're talking to me.
Well, can you please correct this officer and ask him to honor his oath when dealing with law-abiding citizens? That's all I want you to do.
Okay, we're trying to protect our officers.
But your job is to protect the
What you're
public.
doing with that camera, putting that stuff wherever it's going to end up, whether it be social media or whatever.
But you're a public servant. But you're a public servant. You don't put that badge on to come make sure he's safe every day.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do, but I want you to understand what I'm saying. You just allowed this officer to try to violate my rights, and you didn't say nothing about it.
I sure did not.
Yes, you did. There's 5 or 6 officers out here. Listen to this man tell me that I have to leave this public space and I can't. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. And if y'all are gonna follow and harass me,
we're not harassing you.
The mayor.
You come on our property, sir.
This is my property.
Let me explain something to you. No, this is not. This is county property.
Which is public.
Which what I'm telling you is this, okay? When we run a facility here, a detention facility and everything else, it's got inmates confined in here. So when somebody's up here, they're not wanting to tell us their name or what they're doing here, we get suspicious. So what I'm telling you is that you can leave this property now, or it's county-owned property, and you're going to get charged with trespassing. Okay?
Can I see the affidavit?
Well, I'm asking you to leave now. Okay?
Well, can I ask you a question?
So, no,
I'm on my way
done.
out, but I'm gonna ask you a question.
Leave, okay?
So you're asking me to leave. So you're not telling me that by law I have to.
I'm asking you to please leave this property, okay?
Or you want to arrest me?
I'm telling you, there's a good chance you're going to end up getting charged with trespassing if you don't leave.
But I haven't been put on trespassing here.
But you're being told now, okay?
So I'll leave.
You're acting very suspicious to us because you don't want to tell us anything about it.
But have I committed a crime?
We have got.
I'm not inside there, sir. I'm not inside.
We have an outside.
I'm sorry. I'm talking to the officer here. Okay, but I haven't crossed not one of them gates. I am outside. When the people of the public want to come in this building, where do they park? There and here.
You got your photo. You took a photo or whatever it is. That's fine. Now we're asking that you leave, okay?
The authorities accepted that he was not breaking any laws, yet they still wanted him removed from the premises. Again, this was more of an ego thing than anything close to breaking the law.
But for what crime, sir?
Because I'm telling you, you're
I'm making you suspicious. He just checked me. I don't have any weapons. What can I do? I don't have a self-detonating bomb. Blow everybody up. I don't have anything on me.
We're not going to sit here and argue or anything. We're just asking you, because we have jobs to do too.
Well, do them. I'm not telling you not to do your job. I have a job to do.
Please leave, okay? Are you familiar? Just please.
I'm gonna talk to you because he's irrational at this point. Can you please inform him that this is public? Yes, you're irrational.
He just explained to you, sir, this is county-owned property, okay?
So can you ban?
We're asking you to leave. If you don't leave, you are subject to be charged with trespassing, okay?
Can I ask what crime I've committed? That's all I want to know. How could I be trespassing when I haven't been put on trespassing here? But I haven't been put on trespassing. Where's your attorney? Can I talk? Please, who's the chief of police here? That'd be you. You're the chief of police. So as the chief of police,
you want to talk to the chief of police?
Yes, I do. I do. And then I want the mayor, because for all of you to tell me that I have to leave this publicly owned building. If I had a business here, which I'm conducting business, I would park in this parking lot here, correct? And I am in this public area of a parking lot, and he's going to tell me that I can't be here.
What business are you conducting?
So now we're getting personal with it. You want to know what I'm doing? I told you I'm taking pictures because it's personal. I have a personal business that I run, and the First Amendment of the Constitution tells me I have the right to free press. Now, if you're going to wage war on my constitutional rights and tell me that I can't do it, please tell me that. If you're going to wage war on my constitutional rights and tell me that I can't film, I'm not starting anything. You started this by telling me that I'll be trespassed from a publicly owned area because I'm filming. Is it private? Is it private? That's all I want to know. Can anybody here tell me, is this private property?
It's owned by the county.
Who pays for the county? Taxpayers. How can you tell me I can't be here?
Are you a taxpayer in this county?
Do you expect me or not to be? But this is still public. That's like telling me. I'm talking to this officer. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am, I wouldn't because I.
So go pay your taxes in South Carolina.
So now you're telling me that I can't be here, ma'am. I'm talking to this young man here. Please don't act like that. Please don't act like that, please. Because y'all are telling me that this is county property. Taxpayers pay for this, which means that y'all have no authority to make law-abiding people leave here. You can't. But because I've been threatened with arrest and trespassing, I'm going to leave. Officer, I'm leaving. I don't want to answer any more questions. No, I'm leaving because this officer here is going to tell. Bro, listen, if you're scared for your job, get a different job, brother. If you're that big of a sissy, get a different job, brother. Get a different job.
Now you're making it personal.
No. He's made it personal. I'm done talking to you. It's not. I won't. I'll do it under my time, okay? I'll do it under my time. But thank you for making yourself like an idiot on the internet.
Now you're making it personal.
It's not personal.
Don't call my chief deputy an idiot.
You
understand?
No, I say he made himself look like one. I have the right to free speech. I have the right to free speech.
You ain't gonna come on this property and disrespect.
But they can disrespect me though.
I never heard him disrespect you.
By telling me that I can't be here.
Sir, once again.
But I'm asking you, and again, thank you for being professional because you're the only one that I can have a dialogue with, and I respect that. But what I don't respect is these officers here telling me and intimidating me, telling me that I can't be here just because I make them suspicious. That's not a felony or a misdemeanor, officer.
Have you ever worked in law enforcement?
I have law enforcement attorneys all through my family.
Let me talk just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Go ahead.
This is law enforcement center. You understand that?
I do.
We have narcotics officers. We have detectives. We have vehicles here that don't need to be seen by the ordinary public. Do you understand that?
So,
okay, that's a threat to their safety.
Now,
that's a threat to their safety.
I understand that.
You do understand
now,
that. Do you agree with me that their video on social media is a threat to their safety? Do you agree with that?
Can I ask you a question?
Answer my question.
I do, but I don't. At the same time, because if it can be seen from public, I can film or photograph it per the Constitution. If it's in public view, I can be seen. They don't hide these parking lots and garages that I went into to film this. This is in plain view right here. I'm having a awesome dialogue. You stay right there, please. I'm talking to him.
The chief proved to be the most uneducated of the group, as he refused to let the captain continue his discussion, pushing him to stand aside. The officers just gave some empty threats, mostly because they knew that if they tried anything funny, it would all be on camera and they would lose their careers. Moral of the story is to always record your interaction with the police. What you saw here was just a deputy. Next up, we have a captain who completely lost his over a journalist.
I'm explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get your hand out of my face.
You came up to me.
On the 15th of July, independent journalist Leroy Truth exercised his First Amendment rights to expose Union City Mayor Brian Stack's tyranny. During the event, Union City Captain Omar Hernandez was also present, and what he did to the journalist will astound you.
He told you can't read the paper.
I don't care what he said.
It's a limited form. You have to care because it's a limited form.
What does that mean?
It's under the OPMA rules. You have to sit down.
So I can't read.
That's a legal proceeding that's going on with that.
So?
You need to sit down. We told you once, we're not going to tell you again. You need to sit down.
There's no statute.
Can I talk about something else then?
Sit down, sir.
I'll talk about something else then.
Oh yeah, talk about something else, but you can't talk about.
They literally told him what he could talk about, what he can't.
So I can't talk about his public charges? Okay, then we'll talk about something else. I mean, look at his body language right there. How awkward that is. Okay, so you're basically proving my point right now. How sad is that I can't talk? So basically, Brian Stack is exaggerating and lying in order to file false charges and exaggerated charges against Leroy, against his free speech. I'm going to be, arrested if I can continue to read it? They're basically your words, by the way. I was reading your words. So okay, that's wild. So basically they're saying that if Leroy continues to go to the mayor's office, that's considered harassment.
This isn't appropriate for discussion here.
Why? What's not appropriate?
This is litigation.
So?
You have to comment on something on the agenda or...
No, it's public comment. This is my... So okay, let me keep it more general then. I invite Leroy, please continue to join me in the city hall as often as you want, whether you want to come every 2 weeks, every week. And if they arrest you for harassment, that's un-American and that's wrong. And if they decide to file more charges against you, that is wrong.
It's baffling how tyrants jump at the moment to defend their fellow corrupt officers. They can go to any length to keep their power intact.
And in my opinion, I don't think someone should be charged with a crime for criticizing the pathetic, can I use the word pathetic? Thank you, I appreciate it. The low-quality pretend police chief because he got his feelings hurt and he's un-American and he wants to file charges against a free person here. Anyway, I encourage you, Leroy, to continue to criticize the police chief, continue to criticize. And by the way, see, I'm not allowed to consult my notes here.
Well, you're allowed to. They can't tell you what to say or not.
But I'm gonna get arrested.
They can't arrest you for that.
What if I don't stop talking? Then I'll be arrested. Okay, so you're basically proving our point right here. How it's basically some communist dictatorship where Mayor Mao Zedong Brian Stack dictates. First of all, this is another issue of the lawyer over here misuses tax dollars and is basically working as the mayor's political advisor. Your role is only to stop lawsuits and to advise them on the law, not to be his personal political advisor, which you do all the time. Thank you.
Well, Mayor Stack, now I have a surprise for you. And you probably don't expect this from Leroy Truth, but because this is a night of awards and presentations, I have a special award for you, Mayor. Now, this award has never been given out in the history of the United States of America. And Mayor Stack, as you know, and are you going to do your same old, song and dance, ignore the public again? It's a shame. You should resign. But I'm going to give you this award anyway, because you've earned this. Now, I have received so many women have contacted me asking me to give you this award. And Mayor Stack and Senator Stack, Head of Judiciary Stack, do you know what this award is? Well, I will tell you, since you have become mute again, apparently. Your mother would not be proud. And this award was earned, I have a First Amendment right, and I am not, you're disrupting me. You are hurting my First Amendment right now. Excuse me, I'm talking. This is my 5 minutes. No, I don't have to respect anybody.
This captain is a perfect example of a dictator. He treats the mayor like a brutal tyrant, revealing all about his leadership style.
I am in a public. Commissioners.
I don't have to respect them.
You can't disrespect them.
I could disrespect them if I want as well. It's called First Amendment. Now, I need to give him his award now.
This is a limited forum.
No.
On the OPMA, you need to step back.
No, I do. No, I do not need to.
Your time will be eliminated.
No, I do not need to step back. First Amendment, I can be anywhere. There is no statute or law. You name the statute or law that says I have to be. I don't care what they say.
You're disrupting the meeting.
They are disrupting my time. I want my time back too.
You're going to get arrested if you don't step back.
I do not have to. You give me the statute that says I have to step back.
You're disrupting the meeting.
I am talking. I cannot be disrupting the meeting when I'm speaking.
You're disrupting the meeting.
No. I do not have to step back. There is no statute or law. Am I in a public area or not right now?
You are in a public area. But you're disrupting the meeting.
I am speaking. I cannot be disrupting the meeting while I am speaking.
You're yelling at me right now.
You're disrupting my time right now. You're disrupting the meeting. So you need to stand down and let me and protect my First Amendment rights. That's what you need to do.
I'll protect it if you get behind the podium.
No, I don't need to be behind the podium. There is
Obviously, when you stand over here, you disrupt the meeting. So you need to get back there. Come on.
I am in a public area here. So I'm going to give Mayor Stack this very special award now. Now, Mayor Stack.
Get behind the podium.
No, I am.
All right, then I'm going to have to arrest you.
I do not have to.
You want to get arrested? Is that what you want?
No, I do not want to get arrested.
Right,
but I want to exercise.
Disrupting the meeting. This is a limited forum.
No,
there's
you are disrupting
time, place,
and manner.
This is my. I'm explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get your hand out of my face.
You came up to me.
Your
hands are in his face, sir. Your hands are in his face.
De-escalate. Your hands are in my face.
I'm de-escalating. You're not listening.
You're not de-escalating.
You have disrupted.
You're escalating.
My 5 minutes.
You're not listening.
You've
I'm going to tell you one more time. They told you were disrupting the meeting. Either you sit down or get behind the podium.
You give me the statute or law that says I have to stand behind the podium. And I will go.
You don't have to sit.
If this is what we like to call the land of the free, then all hope is lost.
Give me the statute. Hold on, I will go.
It's a limited forum. You're disrupting a commission meeting.
Time, place, and manner, brother.
I'm not going to play with you.
A limited forum is time, place, and manner.
Everyone has protected my rights. I don't have to go behind the podium.
You're disrupting the meeting. I'm telling you right now.
This is my 5 minutes.
Your time is already expired, sir, so you're going to have to go. Your time is in the
Hey, don't strong arm me. I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to resist. Here, take that. I am being arrested for exercising my First Amendment right here in Union City, New Jersey. Mayor Stack has commanded they arrest me. Don't strong arm me. And I was arrested because I was exercising my First Amendment right, and they were attempting to make me go behind a podium. There is no statute or law that says I have to go behind a podium. I'm in a public area in front of the rope right here.
Listen, I'll give up my life before I give up my rights, ma'am.
Nobody's telling you to give up your
All right.
Can you believe this?
He shouldn't be arrested.
I'm arrested for First Amendment during my 5 minutes, and the captain's saying I'm disrupting when he's yelling at me and he disrupts my 5 minutes of time. And then he says I have to respect the commissioners? That's a joke. They are not to be respected. They are disrespectable.
Brian Stack's Communist America right here.
Yep, look at this. An independent journalist gets arrested for during his 5 minutes, and a captain says I'm disrupting the meeting when he disrupts the meeting.
These are the mindless goons.
Leroy seemed pretty calm. It's like he knew what would happen if he decided to speak up, but he still did. Now, that takes a lot of courage.
Goons right here.
There's moralists and conformists. Conformists will do whatever they are told, regardless of what is right. That's what the captain and Murrow. You know better. You could stand down. You don't have to do this, Murrow. So they have broken the 100% track record of protecting my constitutional rights. And I'm not resisting. I'm not going to resist.
Yeah, it's not the law.
No, there's no law or statute. And Rodriguez understood that law and statute because they tried.
Right, Rodriguez is smart. That's why.
Yeah,
he's intelligent.
Right.
This guy is not intelligent. He's a meathead.
Rodriguez did an awesome job, and one of the officers here told him to stand down.
This is a
Captain,
communist...
you're so wrong, buddy. And you're going to lose your qualified immunity
There's no
here.
law
You
about
understand
standing
that, right?
behind a podium.
You're going to use your qualified immunity, your pension.
This is a man of limited intelligence. He does what he's told.
Right as he walks past the American flag.
The American flag means nothing to these people.
How often do you arrest people for speaking, sir? How often do you arrest people for speaking? You gonna arrest me too for speaking?
Disrespectful to the
No, not you.
No, not me.
No.
How do you sleep
You're
at night?
disgusting.
You're disgusting.
You're going to lose your qualified immunity here, too.
And that's accurate speech. That's not defamation.
And the whole world is gonna see you.
You could just see the embarrassment and shame on the captain's face. That was not the face of a man who knew he was right. Or maybe he was way too dumb to know the difference between right and wrong. He is nothing but a thoughtless moron.
Public, the manner was peacefully.
Right. Yeah. He said because they didn't respect the commissioner.
You have no idea what a public
So
forum is.
this guy doesn't even know what a limited public forum is.
All right.
You're a bum then and you're a bum now.
And that's accurate. That's not defamation.
It's disgusting.
Can I get my car keys?
I'll meet you at the police station.
You don't deserve that badge. You don't deserve that
I'm
badge.
serious. You're an anti-American.
We're gonna take that
You're
badge.
anti-American.
Lawfully.
That's what you are.
Lawfully.
And you're not intelligent enough to understand that.
Don't disrespect them. Respect the public. You work for us. Respect the public who pay your tax, who pay your salary.
Listen to me for a second.
Yeah.
Once he's arrested and you get
Oh,
involved,
no,
you know
that's
that
it.
you could
Get in, I can speak though.
You
Yeah.
could absolutely.
I could record, I could speak. I would never interfere or obstruct or anything.
No, but he's a
like that.
garbage human being, that captain. He's garbage.
But I know the law. I would never violate the law.
And that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. No,
I don't want you to
appreciate
get arrested.
that was the mama bearing you.
That was just, you know.
I can't imagine doing that to another human being. Imagine handcuffing a man because he was disrespectful to the mayor.
The mayor.
That's sick.
Imagine having charges pressed on you because you made satire comics about a public figure.
Sir, do you think that man should have been arrested for disrespecting the mayor? Do you think the mayor is a god?
This is Union City, New Jersey.
And now what they've done is they've invited Leroy back because now he has to come back for court. So good job. This is Communist Union City.
The arrogance of arresting someone for a made-up offense and then claiming they are the bullies is one of the most absurd things I've seen in a long time. But I'm delighted the captain was caught red-handed and will face the repercussions of his dishonest behavior. And that's all for today. Let me know if you'd be interested in more auditor cases. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Detective Mystery signing off.